Hi guys, and welcome to the WWE 2016 Clash of Champions prediction video. It should be called Clash of the Champions, to be fairly honest with you, but for some reason it's not, and marketing and WWE and WCW and other rubbish stuff. So we're going to go straight in with the predictions, and we're just going to basically just smash them out, try and get this done, because obviously there's a pay-per-view to watch. I'm not sure when this is going to get uploaded. I'm trying to get it uploaded probably before 9:15 p.m. my time, but who even knows? So that's roughly about 40 minutes from now. So I'm going to try and smash through this, and hopefully things won't change and rumours won't fly. So hopefully my predictions will be spot on. By the way, if you haven't already, go and check out WrestleRumble.com. It's a great site to bet on. Not advising you to bet, I'm just saying if you do bet on WWE, go there. Best place to go. Okay, so kicking off the show, you've got Nia Jax just above me versus Alicia Fox. Going to be a squash match. Genuinely a pointless match. Nia Jax wins. Moving on. Best belt I've ever seen. Well, not I've ever seen. In about 10-15 years. The Cruiserweight Championship just looks different. It looks unique. It looks brilliant. I just hope Triple H is in charge of this booking and not Vince and Kevin Dunn with his teeth. Because if Vince and Kevin Dunn and whoever are in charge of this, it's going to be shit. If Triple H is in charge of this booking, it's going to be fantastic. It is going to steal the show. They're going to be given it a lot of time. Either way, TJ Perkins, the champion, wins this match. It was really, really, really stupid for him not to be booked on Raw, just to come in and loft the title when Brian Kendrick won. Don't know why he wasn't there. Very, very silly. However, it does sort of make some sense. It's different. It's new era. Same old shit, pretty much. So moving on, we've got Cesaro versus Sheamus. Well, technically it's the other way around, but you know, Cesaro's to the left, the bald guy, the transporter. Jason Statham versus Cesaro. Oh, that totally went wrong, didn't it? Cesaro versus Sheamus, the guy above me. Let's not do that. We just totally balls that up, but it's alright. We're going to carry on. We're going to push through. So, what's happening in this match depends whether or not Roman Reigns versus Rusev is earlier on in the card, because this result bases itself on that result, or vice versa. What I'm trying to say is, if Reigns leaves with the US title, Sheamus is winning this match, or vice versa. So if Sheamus wins this match, expect Reigns to win the US title, because that is probably the belt it's for, which in my opinion is bullshit. I would have it for the main belt, because why the hell not? Whereas if Reigns loses, or DQ, blah blah blah, and Rusev holds the belt, expect Cesaro, because he's a babyface, and God forbid Reigns gets cheered, or booed in fact. He's still a face no matter what. So the only credible person to put him with would be Sheamus, because Sheamus would be booed, Reigns would actually be cheered. So, like I said, that result bases on another one, but personally, I would book Cesaro to win, but knowing Vince, knowing WWE, expect Sheamus to walk away with this win, to be honest. Moving on, you've got the Club directly above me, the bald-headed brothers, versus, I'm not going to say the other thing, which would be actually there, but you've got the New Day. Interested to see which of the two of the three would be competing, because Xavier Woods is massively underrated as a wrestling talent. I think the New Day drop the belts here. They're becoming very stale, too entertainment-y, if that's a word. It's not a word, I've just made it up. So Gallows and Anderson need this more than anything right now. It's just so depressing knowing that what they came from in Japan to what they've been told to do now, it's at the point where you just want to say to them, look, go back to Japan, because you're more credible there. They're so good, they don't deserve to be treated like shit. So I'm going to go with them two to win the belts tonight. You've got Bayley. It's too early for her to win the belt. What happened? Sasha Banks just come back for an injury. I think she's still injured with her back. They might use this as another injury angle to get rid of her for a couple of months, just so she can fully heal, because then it could focus it more on Bayley and Dana Brooke and Charlotte. So basically Charlotte is running away with not running, obviously. She's just going to leave with the championship. I think Dana Brooke is going to help her win this match, possibly set up another curveball with her. So we're going to go with Charlotte with this one. Moving on to Ruru, the best person in WWE today right now. Rusev is the man. Well, he's not the man, that's Seth Rollins, but he is just fantastic as Rusev. I don't understand why people hate him. He's just genuinely brilliant. Like I said, this result, if it's on later in the card, depends on the Sheamus versus Cesaro match. Just to reiterate, if Rusev keeps the belt, Cesaro wins, vice versa. If Reigns somehow wins the US title, which I would not book, please do not book this because he's going to get booed more. Surely you must see this, WWE, but if he somehow wins, Sheamus is going to win that match or vice versa. Please do not give Reigns this belt. He does not need it. Rebuild his character. Drop the Shield gimmick. Drop the stupid body armor suit thing. You're not in the Shield anymore. Get some new music. Move on. You don't. Well, you do. You clearly need that to get over, and it's not worked. Drop it all. Get a new gimmick. Come out, and just be yourself. Be the silent, badass person you was in the Shield, but don't wear the Shield gear. Don't use the Shield music. Get your own gimmick. Obviously, that wasn't me having a go at Reigns. It was me having a go at Creative because, you know, they're clueless. You got Sami Zayn versus Y2J Chris Jericho. It's genuine. I think it seems genuinely pointless for Sami Zayn to win this match. He needs it, but does he need it more than a feud with Chris Jericho? No. Chris Jericho gets talent over. Whether you like him or not, Jericho, in my opinion, should go down as one of the greatest of all times because what he's done is fantastic. His promo work right now has just got it. It's just got it, and it's just good. He's just brilliant. He's just like a fine wine. He's getting better with age. Genuinely, he's just spot on. So I think give Chris Jericho the win here. Have them carry this feud on to maybe the next pay-per-view. Don't see an issue with that. Jericho's not really doing anything unless he's going to feud with Owens. But then again, if he does that, who's going to really think Jericho is going to win the belt? It seems a bit odd. Sami Zayn does need the win, but I would rather drag this out to the next pay-per-view. Have him get the bigger win. Have them have a few matches. As much as people will moan it's new era, same old shit with repeated matches, have these two go at it a few more times. Why not? Oh, one more thing before I go any further. I know I've already covered the Sheamus and Cesaro's thing. Give them a lot of time. Please give them like 30 minutes, please. Let Cesaro do some fancy new thing that would get the crowd popping. Possibly the UFO move. That would be brilliant. Let him do that. Just give them like 30 or 40 minutes because them two deserve it and it would give more of an impact, more of an emphasis on this best of 7 series. Moving on to the main event, I'm going to ask you all a question now and you're probably going to come up with the same thing as me. How does this match end the show? Exactly. With a Seth Rollins beatdown. That is the only way this show will end tonight. I do not see any other way the show ends unless Stephanie, Mick Foley come out, confront Triple H. Triple H then drops Mick with a pedigree. Meh. Probably something like that. But either way, the show ends with Rollins taking a beating from Triple H and or Kevin Owens. So how would you book the finish? You either have Owens win and then Rollins gets a beatdown, or you have Triple H interfere during the match, Rollins gets the DQ victory win, and obviously as the announcer is announcing it, you don't let them fully announce it because Triple H is still issuing the beatdown. He or she who's doing the announcing stops halfway through, like for an example, the winner of this match by disqual. There's too much of a beatdown, she stops, no one hears the rule regarding the DQ finish, meaning Owens keeps the belt, Rollins gets the win. This sets up their potential feud later on. It also sets up Triple H and feud with Seth Rollins. So I'm going to go against the grain. I'm going to go Rollins with a DQ victory because that is the only thing that makes sense to me. Why have Rollins lose the match and get a beatdown unless you're really trying to turn him face, like overly face, like straight up your ass face? That is the only way they would have Rollins lose and take a beat down is if they're fully going full-blown face with him, and I just don't think it's ready yet. I think it should come naturally when Triple H appears on Raw, which I do believe will be tomorrow. I've just whacked the microphone there, you probably heard something go. Anyway, that is the end of the video. To conclude, enjoy the pay-per-view, guys. I'll be watching it live tonight because I do not have work in the morning, so if you're watching and you've got Twitter, tweet me at Dan3HitYou. We can reply, we can exchange, we can do all that sort of stuff. So like, share, subscribe, do all of that good stuff for me on YouTube. And I will see you all later. Enjoy the pay-per-view. Have a lovely night, people. Don't forget to check out WrestleRumble.com if you are going to bet on this WWE pay-per-view tonight. Have a lovely night, guys.